and I'm enjoying the perfect pitch of the Pit Choir, celebrating 75 years.
Yeah, big project there on the banks of the River Wear. Now, singing has long been a part of coal mining culture. It fosters camaraderie amongst workers.
75 years after it was founded, members of Backworth Male Voice Choir on North Tyneside say it's as relevant as ever.
And the local pit closed years ago, but a group still meets at St Hilda's Church, which is where we can now join Helen Carnell. Helen.
Oh, hello. Gosh, doesn't that sound lovely? This is the wonderful way to spend a Wednesday evening. I'm being serenaded by the sound of 40 awesome male voices who get together every week for a good old sing. But when the choir started back in 1951, it meant so much more than that. It was about building morale among the miners, letting off steam after a shift, maybe even singing some songs of protest about the tough conditions down in the pits. You'll know about that, Andy, won't you? You were age 7 when you first went down the mines. What did the choir mean to the guys back then?
Well, it's a brief account of a very long story. Down the pit at 7 years of age and 10 years later joining the mining industry. Of course, I spent a lot of time in hard work, but the camaraderie was the most important thing. And it happens that I was asked to join the choir, but I didn't join until I was 65. And believe it or not, the camaraderie still continues, because there's nothing better than joining a choir, as the audience and the viewers can see right now, because this choir is a brilliant class of men, a brilliant group of men who have made my life perfect, actually, over the last 25 years since I retired at the age of 65. Now I hope I go along a long time more, enjoying the company of all these men here, singing the songs that you now hear.
I hope you do as well. No one here will mind me saying that the average age of the member is about mid-70s. You're nearly 99. Is singing the answer to a ripe old age?
Yes, I started singing in my 20s, but I came up here when I was 80, and I've been in this choir now for 18 years. 18 glorious years, and it's not, you know, and the friendship of all the members and the music you learn, and it's kept me young and kept me happy.
I'm very glad to hear it. Steve, briefly, you're a newbie to this. What got you in?
Well, it's about 10 years. About 10 years ago, I was in Cullico's Crescent Club, where a gang of what I thought were all men at the time, and they were full of life, full of energy, smiling, bouncing, and I asked one of them, can I have what you've got? And they said, join the choir. And I said, well, I can't sing and I can't read music. And they said, there's no requirement for that. Just come along and you get teach tracks, you get help by the musical director. So the important thing is anyone out there that wants to join, you don't have to sing and you don't have to read music.
That is good news. I'm going to send you back down there to join your colleagues. Jerry, very briefly, 75 years. It's quite a milestone. Some good celebrations this year. If you could get down there as well, I'll let the guys sing out for me, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
They're going to play out an anthem. We should be singing Happy Birthday, really, but they're going to play us out on one of their favourite anthems. Here we are.
That's wonderful.
The love and the joy that it's bringing to that choir, that is something really special. Happy birthday.
The Backworth Male Voice Choir. What a club to be members of.
Could listen to that all night.
We really could.
Here's a way.
And finally, we enjoyed a musical treats on our main programme earlier this evening. Singing has long been a part of coal mining culture, fostering camaraderie among workers. That's the terrific sound of the Backworth Male Voice Choir. 75 years after they were founders, the choir on North Tyneside says it's as relevant as ever.
About 10 years ago, I was in Cullercoats Crescent Club with a friend when a group of old men, I thought at the time, came in. They were full of life, they were bouncing, you know, and I'm thinking, they must be on something, these blokes. They were very happy, very smiley. And they sat next to me, and after a few minutes I turned around to one of them and said, can I have what you've got? You know, and they told me there was a member, join the choir, join the choir.
I think it's definitely the camaraderie. They're a fabulous bunch of guys, and it's a proven fact as well. It's singing keeps you young. So any older men out there who want to stop young, just get yourself along on a Wednesday night.
It's the Backworth Male Voice Choir celebrating